This is my angry face because I am fired up. Like, can you see the redness in my cheeks? Like, I'm so angry. Ah! My chest will get red. My cheeks will get red. My forehead will get flushed because I'm angry. Happy Tuesday, by the way, but I have to share this story. I just came from a store that I love, a store I adore, a store that I really look forward going into because they always have like unique, different stuff. And I put some things on hold, and there was a price change with those things. And when I was there a few days ago, their machines were down, and so they held the things for me, and they are for my booth at Ball in the Fall, which I'm so super stoked about. You guys have got to be there. September 23rd, Saturday, women's conference. It's amazing. I'll be speaking, and I'm going to have a booth with my books, and it's just fun goodies. But we'll be addressing the hot topic of adultery. So if you've ever been cheated on, or if you've ever cheated on someone else, you need to be there. Okay, side note. So I was getting some things at this store for my booth. I was so excited. They were so cool. They were these super cool bags. And the machines were down, like I said, the first day I was there, so I had to go back. And it's kind of, a good drive for me. I'm like way out east, and this store is kind of in the heart of Nashville. And so I go. They had saved my bags for me. I was so excited. And then they start doing the whole price thing again. And I informed the lady, we've already been through this. There's no need, They were priced wrong, and they okayed that $6 a bag was going to be okay. She's like, well, we need to redouble check this with the manager. So Mr. Manager comes over, and he was such a jerk, you guys. He was such a jerk to me. Like, basically, he called me a liar. And basically, he said if they had okayed the price of $6 each bag, I should have just bought them that day. And I was like, well, I would have if your machines weren't down. Your card readers weren't down, sir. And so I drove all the way, and I told him where I came from to pick up these bags, and could you please honor the price? And I was like, I promise you, I'm a good little Christian woman. I had my crazy season, but I'm a good little Christian woman, and I'm not going to lie about this. And I certainly wouldn't drive from X town all the way here to your store if they hadn't honored that price. Long story short, he would not budge from the price, which basically was maybe a $28 difference for the store. And I ended up leaving. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy anything here because you were so rude. He had zero compassion that I had driven all that way twice, mind you. And I just got so fired up. I was so angry. Like, I wanted to call him back and give him a piece of my mind. I know I'm never ever going back in that store. I'm never ever spending another dime in that store, and that makes me sad. But I just can't because of how I was treated. But I refused to get on here and tell you guys like what store that was and start bashing that place. I refused to do that. So what I did was I called two of my closest people, and I vented. I got it out, and then I had to just calm down and remember, you know what, I'm going to choose different. I'm going to pray for this man, because obviously he's not a happy person to treat a complete stranger that way. And one of his customers, right? I worked in retail. The customer is always right. It wasn't my fault that your bags had 3 different prices on them. It wasn't my fault that your sales associates gave me a price they shouldn't have. Both of those problems are his problems, not mine. But anyway, I let it go. I was like, I'm going to forgive this dude. I'm going to pray for some good blessings to come into his life, because I think he has sideways anger. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Sideways anger. I'm sorry it took so long to get around to it. Okay, so you know how you have these people in life that you're rocking along and everything's fine, and all of a sudden, boom, they just blow up out of nowhere about something so little, like the price of a bag, for instance. And you're like, whoa, that was uncalled for. That was irrational. That didn't make any sense. That's when you know it's sideways anger. So that means something in that person's life is really bothering them. It could be home life. It could be career. It could be money problems. It could be an addiction issue. We don't know what it is. But inside, they're unsettled and they're angry. They're so angry. 9 times out of 10, it's probably around a situation or a person they can't control, right? And so they don't deal with that situation head on. They don't communicate. They don't address it. They don't nip it in the bud and process that anger in a healthy way. And so it comes out sideways, and it comes out in areas it shouldn't come out. I think that's why we have a lot of angry drivers, little women like me. If I haven't dealt with my anger, I might drive a little too crazy, right? Little woman in a big old truck. So anyway, I want you guys to be aware of sideways anger. What this will do for you, it will help you to have a more rational reaction when someone is being irrational. And you can step back and say, maybe this person isn't upset with me at all. Maybe this is sideways anger, right? And even if you want to get a little crazy, you can say, hey, that was off. What's going on? Because it's not like you to respond that way about something so minute, right? And so I'm challenging you to choose different. Don't react when you encounter sideways anger. And if you have sideways anger in your life, spend some time reflecting, like, why am I such an angry person? Why do I let little things bother me in big ways? You know, get to the root of your anger and deal with it. It will make such a difference in your overall attitude, in your relationships with your family, your spouse, your children. Our poor children, bless their hearts. My daughter, bless her heart. She has seen me through some rough times. And unfortunately, when I was a single mama, it was just me and her. And you know how it is when you're a single parent. Sometimes they're the only one we can take it out on. So single parents, I really challenge you to deal with your emotions so you're not taking it out on your child. It's unfair. And I believe it creates a codependent relationship where they never know how we are going to be as a parent, and they feel like they have to be a certain way, walk on eggshells, to make sure they don't rock the boat, where we blow up on them or throw out our sideways anger on them. So important, so important. And you know, I'm a big believer in counseling. Find a good counselor that you mesh with. It took me like 5 counselors, you guys, till I found the one that fit. So don't tell me I went to counseling once and it just didn't work. I didn't like them. Well, then go to the next one. It's like dating. Hello. You know, you got to find the one that fits you and your personality. And it is so worth it. Invest in yourself. If not for you, for your kids. It's so important. We do not want to be creating codependent, insecure kids in today's society. So I hope that helps someone out there. Sideways anger, deal with it. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week.